Last week, we took all of the fabulous holidays that are in fall and early winter, and we created a calendar and broke down all the tasks that we need to do by month. Today, we're going to break it down even farther. We're going from monthly to our weekly plan. So stay with me. Well, hi everyone, this is Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today, what I would like to talk to you about is that big monthly plan that we set up last week. It actually covers 4 months, and we're going to break it down into 8 weeks and really get things done during this holiday season. So if that sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Turn your notification bells all the way on. And please feel free to share this video with anybody that you think would find it helpful. All right, well, with all that out of the way, let's get busy. Let's jump right into the computer. We're going to pick up where we left off last week, and we're going to move forward, okay? Well, as you can see here on my screen in my 2025 Life Planner, in the October section, I went ahead and set up a monthly holiday overview for 2025. I have my calendars here telling me exactly what's going to happen on which particular days. I can continue to add to those as the holidays get closer. I also have a list of things that I have brainstormed over the years that I know that I need to do or think about in order to make my holiday go smoothly. Now, your list may look very different than mine. You may have children's activities to do. You may have parents to take care of. You may have all kinds of other things going on in your life. But the idea is the same. If you get it out of your head and write it down in a trusted source, for example, OneNote for me is my trusted source, then I don't have to think about it. This list has been created for me for years and years and years. I simply now just have to look at the list and figure out when I can do what. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay? All right, so I've created another page and I'm going to do a split screen here so you can see it. And let's throw this into this side and this one on this side. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, you see on the right-hand side of my screen, I have my weekly checklist pages, and this background and this page layout that you see here is a freebie from DCP Digitals. I will leave that link down below. She has been giving out a holiday planner from time to time, and this was one of the year's holiday planners, and I like this page and I like this concept. So I brought it into OneNote and I have been building on top of it. So the weekly checklist, the snowflakes, the tabs that you see, the titles in red here, that's all part of the background. That's a graphic. And then what I have been doing on top of that is I have been creating text boxes to put the dates and text boxes to put the list of things that I want to do. Okay. So very simple. I just want to give you the idea of how to take this whole long list of things that I have created for myself to do in November and how to break it down. Okay. So if you look at November, and let me scroll in so I'm a little bit bigger here for you. If you look at November, you see that I have some things already scheduled for Thanksgiving, but I also have this whole long list of things to do, okay? What I need to do is I need to take these ideas and plug them into one of these weeks that I have over here, okay? So what I did is I went to get my 6-week date, is I went to Christmas, which is right here on the 25th, and I counted back 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, which puts me at the beginning of December, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So 6 weeks back for me for 2025 would be November 9th through the 15th, okay? So you see here I wrote the date November 9th through the 16th. The following week, 16 to 22, would be right here at the 5-week mark. 23 to 29 is 4 weeks from Christmas, and so on until you get 2 weeks before, 1 week before, and then Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Okay. Now I have continued on into the week of December 26th through the 31st, and then January the 1st through the 20th. Okay. So I want to make sure, because my original plan is 4 months, I want to make sure that I'm carrying that forward. So I have all of my weeks set up. So if you were doing this in your planner, you simply could take a piece of paper or take 8 pieces of paper and create weekly lists for yourself. All right. So now I need to look at my list and I need to say, okay, inventory, gift wrap supplies, paper tape, bags, and bows. Well, I actually do that at the end of the year, at the end of the season. That has already been done. As I am putting stuff away in December and January, I make myself a list of things to buy either on clearance sales or when they come out in the beginning. So you're not going to see that on my list, okay? Buy any needed gift wrap. Again, I just talked about that, so that's already done. Set up my gift wrapping center, okay? You can see over here that I have set up my wrapping station is right here for the week of November 16th to the 22nd, okay? So I already have that scheduled in, okay? Do any needed maintenance work on our home. That's kind of an ongoing project. Write Christmas cards. I already added that in here. Write Christmas cards. Usually is Thanksgiving week. So there it is, Christmas cards, because that's something that I like to take with me to work on while I'm traveling. Okay. Plan the Christmas menu. So let's see, Christmas menu. All right, I don't see that on my list yet, so I am going to go ahead and add that right here under Christmas gifts. Actually, let me do it here because I'm kind of doing baking and that kind of thing. So let's do this, plan Christmas menu. And I can either type it out or I could copy and paste if I wanted to, either way. But you get the idea. So write out a shopping list for dinners and for baking. So you see here I have baked some more cookies. So I'm kind of taking all of these items that are listed over here and breaking them down into smaller chunks for the week, okay? That is very helpful because then as I go about doing my weekly planning and I jump to the week of November 15th, I don't have that set up yet, but if I go back and show you one of my October weeks or one of my basic month weeks, you'll see what a weekly plan looks like for me. So if I jump to my basic month and I look at my weekly plans right here, you see I have a list of to-dos, right? Okay. So all I would need to do is I would need to, let's go back to October. Let's pretend this is the week of, it says January at the top. So I'll go over here and grab my January list. I can simply copy that and take it back to my basic month January page, and I can put it right here in my list of things that I need to get done during this particular week. Then as I'm planning my week, what I can do is say, okay, when am I going to log my gifts? Well, maybe I can do that like Tuesday evening. So I'll put down here log gifts, okay? Write thank you notes. Maybe that will be at the same time, and write thank you notes. Okay, because I like to do the thank you notes before I put the gifts away. That way I remember who gave me what, okay? Recording cards that were received. Maybe I want to do that on Friday morning. So record cards could go in there. And so you see I'm taking these things from the monthly list, putting them on my weekly list, and then from my weekly list and scheduling them into my days, okay? So that's really quick, really simple overview about how to take a big project. In this case, it's the holidays, but it could be moving, it could be relocating, it could be, a renovation project that you're working on. It could be, building a new barn. Anything that is a big project that spans over months, break it down into smaller monthly tasks, then take those monthly tasks and break them down even smaller onto weekly tasks like this. so that you can, have manageable things that you're thinking about. And then go ahead and schedule those weekly tasks onto individual days. Okay. Now, if you want, when you are finished with these, you can either come back here and say, all right, I did my meal plan for Thanksgiving, so I'm going to highlight that. Let's do that. Highlight it in green. That means it's done. Okay. And if you take a look at my Thanksgiving planner for dinner for November 27th, 2025, I've already got my turkey breast from Costco. That's on my list. And then the side dishes that we're planning to have here. Everybody gets their own special kind of potato because it's Thanksgiving. Green beans, cranberry sauce, that kind of thing. Pumpkin pie is coming from Aldi's this year. And I'm going to make pecan pie for myself. Yeast rolls, the whole 9 yards. So Thanksgiving dinner is planned. So I can go ahead and write that off of my list. Okay, so that's how I like to do it. I like to highlight things when they're done. Over here on this monthly page that you see, I actually have checklists that I use over here, and these are holiday tasks. So I put custom tags on all of my things like this. So if I come back over here and I say plan Thanksgiving menu, I can simply click that, check it off, and now it's done. Okay, so I know that it's been done in both places. There on the monthly list. Here on my weekly list, I highlighted it, just another way to do it. And then I actually have the Thanksgiving dinner page right there. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could copy a link to this page like so, and then I could go back to my weekly plan here, and where it says meal plan for Thanksgiving, I could certainly go up here and insert a link to that. Going down here to link, insert a link, and then when I put that page in there, that will come up if I click on that link, or I could go here to my notebook. There's many ways to do it. I could go here to my notebook to October, which is where my Thanksgiving plan is. And it is listed, Thanksgiving dinner plan right there. And I say, okay. Now, when I click on meal plan for Thanksgiving, it takes me right to that page, okay? No matter where it is, it takes me right to that page. So I think that's pretty cool, okay? All right, well, I hope that was helpful for you, breaking down that big project, no matter what it is, into monthly activities, weekly activities, and then planning those for your days that are coming up for that week, okay? All right, well, thanks for joining me. If you're enjoying this content, please leave me a comment and let me know. What do you think of this monthly, weekly plan? Do you think it would be helpful for you? Do you think it would help keep you organized from year to year? I find that it certainly has been that way for me. I don't have to think about all those steps before. I can just look at my list and know exactly what I need to do. Okay? All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you guys. And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote. Until next time. Okay. Bye.